Alright, this shirt I had made yesterday. Okay, I went to a place that makes up shirts, and it was made. Okay, now this is what it said on the back and the front. This is actually the back of the shirt right here. Okay, it's a white shirt with black lettering. I paid to have it made on 1/30/2014. Observe what it states. Organized gang stalking. I had it spelled wrong. It says organized gang stalkings. But it's actually supposed to be just organized gang stalking equals human trafficking. Okay? Learning disabled woman is gang stalked at UCSD and SDSU. Google and YouTube it. This is what's on the back, and then right now I'm going to turn it over. Okay? So you can see that the same thing is on the front. Okay? And the reason why I made this particular t-shirt was because, well, what's stated on it is the complete absolute truth. Okay? I do what I do to inform, to expose the truth. Okay? Not the lies and the bullshit in reference to how the system protects the criminal aspirations that are attached to organized stalking, and how that same system will use itself against the targeted individual of these crimes in order to attempt to label the targeted individual as being mentally ill. Okay? Based on, basically what they'll do is, the syndicated cops, let me just show you this is the front of the shirt, as you can see. Okay? It says the same thing that the back says. Okay? Now, the syndicated cops that are directly connected to these organized crime syndicates that are responsible for the organized stalking, gang stalking of the targeted individual, one of their main methodologies is to use the system and their employment descriptions to try and claim the target's mentally ill, or that they're a threat to themselves or others, and or that they can't take care of themselves, or a combination of all three. As a result of the target whistleblowing about what the syndicated members in the system are involved in, not just the gang stalking, but the criminal motivations pertaining to why they're having the target gang stalked. Human trafficking. For labor and sexual exploitation, pornography, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, and so on and so forth. I literally witnessed it before my eyes. Them doing it to young men and women in another state. Before my very eyes. Okay? Now, the way that these expeditions operate is to literally try and attempt that the target's crazy because of possibly the places that the targeted individual is exposing. Okay? And how these same places will even probably try and sue the target for slander. Yeah. Or character defamation. Even though I got undisputable proof that I was gang stalked at SDSU and UCSD. Okay? That's right. Undisputable proof. It's not even proof that totally takes away reasonable doubt in reference to the fact that anybody could say that this crime is not happening to me. But undisputable, in-your-face, black and white proof. In fact, since I got my phone already out, let me show you a little bit of this proof. You're about ready to hear the audio of an event that took place towards me on Thanksgiving Day on a sidewalk. The very sidewalk I was assaulted on last night. This audio you're about ready to hear is two individuals threatening to assault me on the same sidewalk 2 months and 2 days ago. It's 3 days ago now, but 2 months and 2 days ago yesterday. Yesterday I was assaulted on the same sidewalk by an individual who I had seen in the past talk to these two guys physically that threatened to assault me on the same sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day, which was 2 months and 3 days ago. The other guy that assaulted me last night, okay, it was 2 months and 2 days ago that this event occurred at, okay, on the same sidewalk. The guy who assaulted me last night had been seen talking to one of these two individuals that played a role in the Thanksgiving event on 2 separate occasions. That's right, baby case. As they're threatening me, and harassing me, do you hear them say gang stalk, gang stalking, and gang stalking? I'm going to F you up. Okay? I'm even going to show this on the shirt as you're listening to the audio of it. Okay? Just listen how they're saying gang stalk together. One says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang of stalking. I'm going to F you up. Oh, hold on. Right here.
Wait on here.
Now, I got hundreds of audio files, hundreds of that word being said in specific ways, in identical ways, along all my routes. Hundreds of them. Over 800. And hundreds of those videos of those 800s are dedicated to it being caught being said around me at UCSD, SCSU, USD, and along all my routes. That's their way to let me know that everything that's happening to me is because of gang stalking. And it's done to remind me about it. That's right. Now, I just made a video about a half hour ago, literally showing the audio of me being assaulted on the same sidewalk last night, after it was predicted in the morning and about a minute before it occurred. That's right. Now, I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and basically the freaked out criminal whores that are responsible for these criminalities, they're in the system. Okay? And they're never ever going to allow the system to be used to advocate for the target, because then the individuals that are in the system can be prosecuted. So it's my intention to expose the truth about what's happening to me. Not the lies and the bullshit and the disinformation that's online. Not the lies and the bullshit that specific police departments will engage in, or police officers, and or specific district attorney's office, and or specific prosecutors' offices. The whole goal is to prove this crime is happening to me. In fact, the audio you just heard occurred pertaining to an event that happened on Thanksgiving Day. Later on in the day, around 5, 6 o'clock it occurred. Maybe around 7. I don't know, it's been 2 months. That morning, at this location that I'm at right now, I made a video file that's stating, let's see if gang stalk is set along any of my routes today. When I made that video file, I showed a video picture of my cell phone, which showed the date and the time. When the event occurred, it showed, and as it was occurring, it was being tape recorded, which reflected a later time in the same date. Which means these individuals were intentionally put along my route to do this thing they did on Thanksgiving Day. Which means I was tracked to all the places that I went to from this place, along all my routes for that day, until they felt that the right, proper place, okay, because they know my regular routes. So basically what they did was put these 2 little homeless bums, one of them who's harassed men anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions, they just threw the tracking of a target. They put these 2 little homeless bums along my routes towards the end of the day to harass me, and as they were doing it, they were saying gang stalking. Their way to let me know that what was happening to me was because of gang stalking. What do you think the guy is saying? Gang stalking, I'm going to F you up. Now let me play you the audio in reference to how gang stalking has been covered on the news. This is the audio pertaining to the, you can go to YouTube right now and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. And in order to be able to see a gang stalking target being covered on the news, this is the audio of that news broadcast.
This story on our website, kcba.com. Due to not police call it bullying on steroids. We're talking about gang stalking, but it actually has nothing to do with the gangs that you first think of. Southern Coast News reporter Candace Lynn learned more about the trend and how it's getting more dangerous because of the internet. Maybe she's so afraid.
Lawrence Scavino claims his neighbors are gang stalking him because he plays loud
terrorize them? Again, listen to the audio pertaining to the Thanksgiving event.
Right here. Okay, now choose the answer. What? Shut up. You fucking little wrong. Right on, asshole. Wrong? Hey, it's a little wrong. Why, Dan? Be nice. You fucking little criminal. Be nice. No. Get the fuck on. You fucking little criminal. Do it right now. I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here. Okay, now choose the answer. What? Shut up. You fucking little wrong. Right on, asshole. Wrong? Hey, it's a little wrong. Why, Dan? Be nice. You fucking little criminal. Be nice. No. Get the fuck on. You fucking little criminal. Do it right now. I'm standing right here. Be nice. Get the fuck on. You fucking little criminal.
Right now, I think that pretty much clears out, anchors in their mind the truth. Now, these two universities right here, they lie about it up and down the road that I was gang stalked on their campus. I caught it on video and hundreds of audio files of individuals getting around me on their campuses on multiple dates, multiple different locations on multiple different dates, including the same date. I could be on UCSD property and hear gang stalk being set around me in specific identical ways in every building that I went into. On tape recorded. And they're denying up and down the road. Of course they will. And I believe now it's possible that they might be baiting me to try and go to get an attorney. Now let me ask you a question. If you were to go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking, okay, and judges, what do you think you'll come up with? This is organized crime in the system, so you're more than likely come up with some web pages talking about how targeted individuals trusted the system to try and attempt to get help. What am I saying? Well, there's many targeted individuals who already have filed lawsuits against the known parties who perpetrated and or engaged in gang stalking open, including at their workplace. Every single judge threw the evidence out that the target participated. I mean, that the target tried to prove to the court. Because it's organized crime in the system. Do you really honestly believe that the system is not going to protect universities that generate hundreds of millions of dollars to the tax base of the state and the county that they're located in? I strongly suggest you thoroughly and extensively research how long the Jerry Sandusky thing went on and why. Do you really think that Penn State was not aware that their university would have lost hundreds of millions of dollars if the truth ever came out about Jerry Sandusky? Of course they did. And when they finally couldn't contain it, they did lose hundreds of millions of dollars. At the end of the day, baby cakes and sweet peas, it's all about money. They don't give a shit about human life, trauma, victimization, murder, rape, human trafficking. They don't give a flying shit about any of it because they're criminals. Now, if you were to take any one of these police officers or possible campus safety officers or possible library security of any public library, whether it be a library that's on the university campus or a public library member, if you were to take their bitch asses out of their homes, okay, and human traffic them, assault them, rape them, how much do you think they'd care? How much do you think they would care? Of course they'd care, because it would be physically happening to them. Of course they'd care. Of course they'd care. But since it's not happening to them, they will be active participants in whatever they're told to do by the individuals who are in the system who are managing it against the target. They don't give a shit. Every single last one of them ain't nothing but filthy animals, in my opinion. I only care about one thing. Okay? Exposing this crime so that the community at large can know the truth about them. Okay? And to inform my fellow targeted individuals about the tactics and methods of gang stalking, so they can deconstruct what's happening to them, so they can understand what's happening to them, so they know what to look out for. so they can protect them and their loved ones, including the children. Do you have any idea what happens to the target's children? Illegally and criminally, intentionally taken from the target individual so they can exploit the parent in any and every way they can. Anywhere they can. In everywhere they can. And then to exploit the child. You would not believe what I know. Now, can you imagine being a mother or a father and not only being tortured, raped, assaulted, having everything taken from you, including your child, and then knowing that the same syndicate that was responsible for it got a hold of your child? I'm in San Diego, California, but it's so when I expose the truth concerning these filthy university campuses who will have a targeted individual gang stalk all over campus, deny that it's happening to them, imply the target's crazy about it in reference to the target's factual, truthful complaints, and then possibly stage events to make it appear people are complaining about them. So they can use these events in order to make it appear they have a legitimate reason to ban the target from the university, where, as a result, computer resources availability are taken away from the target, the computer resource availability that they're using to expose what's happening to them in order to stay safe. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. If any filthy sewer rats are watching this video, you know who you are, because cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. It's all over the internet that it's a method of gang stalking. Any targeted individual, once you start realizing that their video files off their memory cards that are plugged into library computers are being erased right off the memory card before they can even be uploaded, they automatically start to deduce that once it happens more than once or even twice that something's going on, especially when they know that that video file was evidence. When they're being gang stalked over the campus or the public library, okay, where the evidence was erased from, all they got to do is use common sense and to be able to deliberate that it was intentionally done. You know, email hacking, cyber surveillance, cyber espionage, computer hacking, rerouting emails, rerouting phone calls, all these are methodologies of organized stalking, gang stalking. They can be extensively researched online, okay, and discovered for the truth of the matter, instead of the lies and the bullshit, okay, that these university officials will engage in, public library staff will engage in, security guards, even businesses, because this is organized crime, and the system that has the influence and the reach, okay, to connect with any place, businesses of any kind, post offices, libraries, universities, colleges, high schools, and even middle schools. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. It really, really is. And the reason why I keep repeating my name is because I want the perpetrators to be able to understand that I am a human being with a name, just like they are. In the community, I want them to be able to see that I am more than a subject matter. I am a human, just like you. I feel, I think, I touch. I had aspirations for my life. But, in closing, I'm not whining. I'm not whining at all. Because I am almost... let me just put it this way. Even though I have been through extreme hells that are almost undescribable, literally, I have been brought to a place where I know through the experience and the educated knowledge that because of what I know, and because of what's happened to me, and because of what I witnessed online pertaining to what's happening to my fellow targeted individual, that I am glad that I know about this crime. So I can do the right thing and expose it to the public so they can make informed decisions about how to protect themselves, their loved ones, their family members, and their friends, and their community. Because these expeditions are going on right underneath the nose of every American citizen, in every state, in every city, and in every town. Literally. Just Google it. You'll see it's happening in Michigan, you'll see it's happening in North Carolina, South Carolina, Connecticut, Alaska, Florida, New York, Arizona, Colorado, California. California's got the highest number of percentage of targets in the United States. I do what I do because I need... At first it was through compulsion because of the way I was being targeted. You better believe it's through choice now, baby cakes. I'm grateful for everything that I have. You know, I ask my Heavenly Father to direct my thinking on a daily basis and all my actions. I even pray for the forgiveness of the individuals who have hurt me, okay, and who are managing conducting these expeditions. But forgiving is not being stupid and being passive about what's happening to you. Of course it is not. Okay? So, we're going to see what happens to me as a result of me starting to wear this shirt at specific places. This shirt will never be worn on any university campus or inside of any public library. It will never be worn in any business I frequent on a regular basis, ever. Because I don't want these filthy criminal whores where I have caught evidence of gang stalking to be able to say that, well, the evidence she's got on her tape recorder came from the factual reality that we knew she was being gang stalked because she wore a shirt on any date at any time. This is the only shirt that I have ever had made, ever, that states that a learning disabled woman is being gang stalked. That's right. I made other shirts like learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and it did not say YouTube and Google it. It just said learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Why won't the San Diego District Attorney's Office investigate? Another one I had made was learning disabled woman sexually harassed by San Diego Sheriff's officers. Why won't the District Attorney's Office investigate? Okay? So, it's my intent, and they're going to come after me for wearing this shirt. Of course they will. Because you got to understand something. A filthy animal only cares about one thing. Two things. Okay? Three things. Committing the crime, getting away from crime, and making sure anybody that he or she has used does not experience any effects of how they were used. Like universities, public libraries. They not only got to protect themselves and their jobs, but they also got to protect the places they've used. But understand this as well. Organized stalking and gang stalking is not just organized crime in the system. In other words, corporations can initiate gang stalking. Institutions can. Organized crime can, and governments can. So, what am I trying to say? Was organized stalking already going on university campuses that was not initiated by the organized stalking, gang stalking that a government will engage in? But the organized crime that the corporations will initiate, that the institutions will initiate, or the government will initiate, will all work hand in hand. It's a mutual for-profit organization. So, we're going to see what happens to me in reference to, we're going to see if I'm brutally assaulted. They literally attempted to brutally assault me again last night. I just uploaded the audio of it, not even an hour ago. Alright. So, we're going to see how long it takes before I'm banned from any university and or their libraries or any public library, definitely including the law library downtown San Diego. That's right, you better believe it, in the North University San Diego Public Library. That's right. Now, there's going to be a community center that I'm going to visit for the first time here in the next 2 weeks, and we're going to see if any events transpire in there. The whole intention behind staging events towards me and stage complaints around concerning me is to make it appear that these places have a normal appearing means and reasons to ban me. And why would they be doing that? Well, for documentation purposes, and to take away my computer resource availability, the computers I'm using to expose what's happening to me, which, at least right now, is keeping them at bay. That's right, because if they keep doing things back to back, it will become obvious to anybody and everybody, and then down the road, if I'm lucky enough to get any uncorrupted help from anybody in the system, they will be able to see that this was a concentrated effort. So what they do is they'll do one thing, and then wait 2 months later to do something. You know what I'm saying? So that the events and the episodes don't look like they're concentrated. Each event, though, they hope to bring about will produce a result, an effect for the target, banning them from the library, the store, the university, or the university libraries. This, in turn, takes away the targeted individual's ability to and or upload YouTube videos, blogs, petitions, do library internet research, in order to try and connect with advocacy groups, human rights groups, congressmen, senators, whatever. Because their whole goal is to make sure you don't know what the target individual is trying to expose. Because they know what they're called. San Diego, California. They'll even go as far as taking this video and attempting to call me crazy, which is a method of gang stalking. Calling targeted individuals schizophrenic, paranoid schizophrenic, bipolar, schizoaffective, delusional, a threat to themselves or others, mentally ill, or that they can't take care of themselves, all of those are labels they attempt to put on targeted individuals. That's right. I am in San Diego, California. I suggest you also go to YouTube and Google and type in stalk, drugged, and raped. Is it happening here in San Antonio? Notice also who's in that video. Mr. John Hall. Is he all over the internet in reference to exposing certain technological resources that are attached to organized gang stalking expeditions that they can and do when they decide to use the technological resources against specific targeted individuals? What I'm basically saying is that the organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions, their perpetrators do they have specific technological capabilities in order to do specific things that have electronic and technological capabilities that they can remotely expedite against the targeted individuals from a remote distance. John Hall is not on that news broadcast for no reason, and he did not write a book for no reason. It's a news broadcast. Again, go to YouTube and Google and type in stalked, drugged, and raped. Is it happening here in San Antonio? I made this video in order to inform to expose the truth. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day. And let's see how soon I'm banned from any library or any university campus or any business. Ralph's, CBF, UCSD, the Law Library downtown San Diego, the North University San Diego Public Library, any MTS transportation service, any shuttle service. We're going to see how long it takes before any events transpire that produce my arrest, trying to participate in a county mental health or an area neighborhood hospital, and or police reports, incident reports, campus police reports, and or incident reports, or banning me. I'm making this prediction on this date. You better believe I am speaking to baby cakes, because part of what I do to prove this criminality is happening to me is to make predictions about what might happen, will happen, or do happen before they occur. That way, when the events do transpire, I can superimpose that information back onto things that have already happened, and bada boom. It'll show anybody that's got the ability to be able to think that this expedition is not only going on, but has been. That's right, baby cakes. This is what I know. You better remember here, these people know they're involved in crime. You better believe they know they're involved in crime. So what they do, let me tell you something right now. It's like, alright, hold on a second.
January 31st, Friday, 1:16 p.m.
And that includes any event that takes place at any number-coded HA location. An email was made on December 2nd and or 3rd, 2013 pertaining to a number-coded HA location. I see if any events transpire on my way to that location, or leaving it, or at it, including stolen or damaged property, clothes, bikes, okay, age gear, anything. I am in San Diego, and that includes landlords, property owners, and or police. In San Diego, I don't care how it comes about, it will be gang stalking related. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.